my channel, Amy's Artistic Allure, and in this video I'm going to be talking about my new brushes, but also I'm going to be coloring a previous picture of, let's say, 3 years ago. I haven't changed much apparently from the looks of this picture. It was just a random pick out, but started off, there was an update on the 5.4 digital art app Procreate, and if you have Procreate, then you probably know what I'm talking about. If you don't, I'm already gonna go ahead and explain it still. Oh, right. This update, there were a lot of brushes, and I mean by a lot. They were all new and they didn't feel digital, if that makes any sense. Before this update of new brushes 5.4 version, I was new to getting into digital art, and also which that includes Procreate. With that being said, within a few months I started getting the hang of some of the markers, the pencils that were on there, and then when this new update came up, which wasn't too long ago, it was on the 23rd this month, I think. I could be wrong. Anyway though, so when the new update came out, I thought, okay, well, why not? How bad can the brushes be? And I would think that I would still probably have my old brushes. I did not have my old brushes, which that sent me, that sent my anxiety through the roof because I wasn't used to any new brushes. And also, in my past video, or actually in the past videos, not a lot, but in just some, to where I tried doing some coloring of what looked like a kind of a floating island, and there were a bunch of bright purpley weird colors, and then I tried making this tree. If you have seen that, that is where I tried working with the new brushes, and I could not stand the brushes at all. And that's just me being brutally honest about how I felt. And these brushes are what I have currently, and that I bought them and I downloaded them, in which they weren't free, but it was $19.50 for all of these. But if you have seen me going through markers, charcoal, just my old Procreate library set in my videos, then you would have seen that there's a lot of brush options, which can be overwhelming for some artists. And I've actually never experienced, I don't have a lot of experience with Whimsical, Glossy Jelly, Dreamy Sketch Anime, and Soft Anime Pack. However, I do like these brushes from a creator I've used. I really hope I can mention her. And so in this video, I'm just going to be not only talking about the brushes and the pros and the cons of it, but I'm also going to be experimenting of, whoa, okay, there we go, of what colors were like. Okay, but see, can you see that, guys? Oh my god, that is just so beautiful. I love that. And what's weird about the 5.4 brushes, let's just call it that, is they looked like this right here, not the colors, obviously. So right here, of how it looks pixelated almost, you know, you can download some coloring apps and it will look pixelated, or if you just do pixelated art and it has these little squares that are kind of transparent, kind of not. Most of my brushes actually looked like that, and as you can see, I can color. I can color with it. And I would imagine so far I can color with all my other brushes, with the ones that I've downloaded and bought. It's so beautiful, it's so pretty. I love them. I cannot wait to use all of them. In my past brushes, 5.4 version, I actually couldn't use all of them when it came to adjusting. And so say I do this, like I just pick out a color, I tap on it, and I wouldn't be able to have it this low, this low. I would have to have it here or up here. And it would just look super thick. And which, if you've seen the shorts video that I posted this morning of the island, or however you want to interpret it, totally up to you, I don't care. Like, you could just tell that the art, like the coloring is very thick. It's very laid on there, and the blending was weird. So when you blend, it's easy. And I tried blending with watercolor paintbrushes, but that didn't end well. And I even went into the settings to figure out like what's the deal here. For the life of me, alpha lock was on low, which that's usually the issue. If alpha lock is on high, from what I've understood and read up, then that's why it will be very pixelated, or like, you know, you will have trouble coloring, and there could be other various problems. Alpha lock wasn't on some of them, and on some of the brushes that I had before, it was on 0% at all, which made no sense to me at all. This right here, it would have just looked really splotchy, or so thick to where you can't just see the line. You can't see the beauty of it. Wait, it didn't feel fun to use, which those were just with my previous brushes that I had before. And some of you may find this dramatic, whether you do, whether you don't. I actually deleted more than half of the brushes in there because that's how overwhelming it was to me. And having so little brushes in my library just felt a lot better. What would you guys do though in that kind of situation? Would you keep all the brushes and try experimenting more with it, or would you just go, nope, like my anxiety, it's too much, I gotta get rid of the brushes? I'm liking these brushes personally. Glossy Jelly line art brush, I am loving that so much. Oh my gosh. So this is gonna make my digital art a whole lot more fun for you guys, instead of making it look like I'm just on the struggle bus knowing how do I color a picture. Right? But I've learned that I like coloring the pictures that I've taken from years ago, whether it's my photography or if a friend took a picture of me. I like coloring those, turning it into a different type of art piece. I find that more fun, and that's something I know that's not a part of photography or giving out of photography tips or tricks, yada yada. But just talking about photography and not doing any coloring, that to me can just seem really boring. So coloring while I'm in a video can make it more entertaining, and I'm hoping you guys find it more entertaining as well. Yes, oh my god. And I know I'm not done with this area, but how good this is, and like obviously it looks a bit pixelated, but I'm not a professional. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, I said it again. Okay, yeah, you guys gotta count how many times I have said that. I feel like I'm saying it too much. So if you remember the before and after of my lips on here, which one do you like better? Which one do you guys like better? Do you like the before or do you like the after? I like the after personally. It looks like I have more of a plumpness to my lips, if that makes sense to you. Distance, so beautiful. I'm saying that word a lot too, beautiful. So beautiful. Like, believe it or not, I don't mean to repeat so many words in a video, but still, okay. And I wonder... Now I'm gonna do my eyelashes, and let's see how this goes. Oh, no, wait, that's too thick, actually. There we go. Yes, this one's better because it's more thin, and I actually, in this little photo shoot that I had a few years back, I didn't wear much makeup for the video, or for the photo shoot. You can tell that I'm wearing makeup right around the eye area, but it's not heavily put on, and the fact that my eyebrows are very thin, I actually had to add on some eyebrow pencil, and I try not to put my makeup on heavily, which, like, if you've seen my other videos to where I show my face in them, which isn't a lot, or if it's in my one of my shorts videos, I could be wearing makeup, I could not be, but I don't wear a lot of makeup. Okay. Yeah. And if, okay, question for you guys. If I looked like an anime character, who would I look like? Or just even if there's not an anime character out there like that would look like me, would you guys do a drawing of me just to see of what I would look like, or if you had any ideas? I'm honestly curious what I would look like as an animated character. What gives off the photo in this vibe? What emotion, what personality does it give off? What do you guys think? What first comes to mind, if anything, when it comes to this picture? Going to mention this YouTuber who makes her own brushes in the description box below. Right, that is all for now. I will see you in the next one. Bye!